This one?
Yeah. Because it's softer on your skin. Yeah. Because the white lights brightens too much, and it's really hard to fix that in post.
Can you make this one brighter, though? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Would that work for...
Yeah, it looks good right now. Like, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just the white one, you get the same shine effect as my forehead does. So
okay.
Matter of time.
What? Oh, before my hair's gone? Well, I'm prepared for it.
Are you?
Why do you think I wear hats all the time? Because it's not going to start from the front.
How do you... It's hard. Never mind. All right. So, welcome to...
How are you just going to do me like that?
I didn't say anything. I can tell you were sensitive. I dropped it.
Wow. And on camera, too.
I mean...
You couldn't even do this after the show?
Look.
Before the show?
This could all be edited out.
Oh, you know it's not going to.
I dropped it. This is now on you.
I made that, better face facts. Just tell me where the place at, and I'll show up. I now know what I'm great at. I made that, better face facts. Just tell me where the place at, and I'll show up and I'll go ape. I did that shit with a righteous rage, and I didn't want to quit on any single motherfucker ever giving a shit, but I might.
Yeah. Do you know how to get to Sesame Street? Do you remember? I thought I'd ask.
Look, mine's probably going to.
Nah, you started getting the grades first.
Yeah, I've had them since I was in like 8th grade.
I remember.
Yeah. But I'm glad you do, because people be thinking I make that up. Like, no, like they've been around.
No, you've had grades since what's her face? Rogue and X-Men was a thing.
That was a very long time ago.
Well, from the movie.
That was still a very long time ago.
I know. So were your grades.
Wow. All right.
I'm not dissing.
No, it's fine.
No. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is.
No.
You remember?
All I'm saying is, for us this episode, fair game. Nothing is off limits.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't. I don't care about the grades. It's fine. It's fine.
That's also what they call aliens.
Grays?
Yeah. The Greys.
And what context?
Well, when they were first being described back in the 60s.
They call them the Greys?
They were described as little gray human-like people.
I see.
And they're commonly referred to as the Greys. Those are the original aliens, not like Alien versus Predator or E.T. or Elian Gonzalez. These are the original ones.
Wow. That was a well-cultivated joke.
Well.
Like, you really, like, it took a minute to really get around that one. But once you did, it was good. I liked it.
Hey, thanks, man.
It was good.
And with that, welcome to the 13th episode
of Black Apple Pie.
Yeah. So, how did you spend your Friday the 13th?
I'm on my floor.
Oh.
Yeah, all the floor, just mopped, moved the bed, moved the couch, I mopped it all.
Did you do it in a way that was reminiscent of any of the Friday the 13th movies?
In so much as...
You have the music playing in the background?
I killed germs the way that they kill people? Sure. Yeah. Yeah. There was music playing in the background. Actually, I was playing my podcast.
Oh, what podcast is that?
Us. I'm kidding. I did not listen to us.
Me neither. Nobody does. No one does.
I'm big on Hidden Brain. What's that thing called? Planet Money. I like a few of the... I'll catch up on Wait, Don't Tell Me. I like a few of the NPR podcasts.
Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Rough Translation.
Is that the game show one?
That is the game show one.
So when I was first hearing the commercials for Planet Money, I was like, "Oh, when I listen to this podcast, they're going to just be talking about like finances and stuff." And it's not that at all.
It's such a great podcast.
It really, a lot of the NPR podcasts are. NPR is great.
Yeah.
In general,
I like NPR.
yeah, they're pretty good, man.
They do lean a particular way, but I like NPR.
Yeah, especially with their tiny desk concerts.
I've heard that those are really good. I haven't seen a lot of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they are.
And they get a lot of like really up and coming artists that end up being very big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's true. I've seen Anderson .Paak on there. Is it Pac or Pac?
I don't know. I would say pack.
I do too. But
That's
some
how
people
I've always heard it.
Yeah. Some people are like Pac. I'm like, wait, what?
He back? He back?
Feel me.
I was just about to do that same thing.
Hail Mary.
What was your Friday the 13th like?
My Friday the 13th. What was I doing? Oh, working.
I figured that was coming.
Friday. I feel like there was something else that was supposed to happen for me, but didn't.
Because you went to work, or it just...
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. See, I have this thing where if something happened a couple days before, I just...
It's gone.
It doesn't exist anymore.
It's gone, yeah.
I think it started happening when I started working overnight because the days started to blend together.
That makes sense.
And I had done that for like 8 years.
Okay, so with working overnight, do you feel like you get enough sleep? Like when you're, like, as your schedule changes, things like that? You feel like, you don't feel like you...
Like, you get home and, the sun is coming up.
Yeah.
So if you go to, sometimes you wake up during the night, just randomly, it's like, it's 3 a.m., I need some water.
Okay.
And you do that during the day, but it's like, I can't go back to sleep.
I gotcha.
Because
after you get that water, you're like, I'm up now.
Because the sun is like, hey, it's me. You want to come outside and do something?
But there's nothing to do.
There isn't.
You know why?
Why?
Coronavirus.
It's true.
Yeah. So,
COVID season is here.
do you feel like anybody is like as vigilant as they used to be?
A little bit.
Really?
I think a little bit. Most people have slipped up. Or not slipped up. So a lot of people are lacking.
I mean, I feel like, you remember how we used to like make fun of those people who like put on their like foil hats and like stayed inside and like defended themselves against the aliens that were going to steal their brains.
The Greys?
Using the antenna from their TV. Remember how we used to like think those people are crazy?
I never thought they were crazy.
Okay. Well, I think even those people now are like going outside because they're just through. They're through with coronavirus fear.
They're probably going outside because they want to be contrarian. Because it's like, yo, this is my thing first. I'm the one who thought the government was putting stuff in the water.
Uh-huh.
Now everybody thinks it's cool. I'm off that now.
I'm off that.
I'm outside dancing around without my mask, without my tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Y'all got to stop doing that, man. Y'all got to stop going outside and touching people.
Well, I won't say like people were touching people, but like it's hard. Like it's hard to live this life of like isolation and like you just want to be with your friends and
It's true.
and it's just like if you take it seriously, you want your friends to take it seriously, and then you want to believe that like if everyone's taking it seriously, like you can hang out with those people, and then you want to hang out with those people like outside. But the way to do that is like with other people who are also doing that, but you don't know how safe they're being. And I'm paranoid of everybody.
Yeah.
I was already a germaphobe, so
Big facts.
so
What did you see me do when you came into the house?
he wiped off the doorknob. He did with a Clorox wipe or whatever. But also, did I touch the doorknob?
No, because I opened the door for you.
Yes.
And I opened the door for Jay.
Yes.
That's because I care about y'all.
I appreciate that. And you've known I'm a germaphobe for like, I don't know, most of my life. So
Yeah.
it's
And you don't like chocolate
or peanut butter
or peanut butter.
or caramel or avocado.
Well, okay,
watermelon.
that's one thing. Those are two things that we can agree on.
Avocado watermelon?
Yeah,
Hey.
that's right. Safety first.
Safety first.
Stop going outside and touch people, man.
You make it sound like there's one big orgy outside. Like,
I didn't go that far. No, when Joe Biden won, maybe he won.
I was about to say, did he?
Yeah, when he allegedly won, all of his supporters ran outside and were hugging each other and like, "Hey, coronavirus is over." Coronavirus is like, "Oh, this is the best dinner ever."
Give me 2 weeks.
And then not even a week later, you got the Million MAGA March.
Is that? See, I didn't hear anything about that.
It happened yesterday.
Okay. Did you see pictures from it? Anything like that?
Yeah, I saw some videos. There were a lot of people like outside DC. There were some folks protesting outside the Capitol here.
Okay. I mean, I saw them protesting the day Biden won. Like, came out trying to say, like, you know, the same things that are being said now, like, vote was rigged, things like that. And it's like, why are you protesting in Texas?
It's like, yeah, this is a Republican state. Come on.
Yeah, like,
Greg Abbott's still governor.
yeah. And nobody's like, hey, recount the vote in Texas. It was close. Like, it was closer. There were a lot of numbers. There were more votes than previous years, things like that. But it wasn't like, you know, we gonna find, you know, an extra 200,000. I don't even know the number. We weren't gonna find an extra 200,000 votes.
To find enough.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something that we should look into.
What?
If everybody is saying that this is a rigged election and there were votes for Joe Biden or votes for Trump that were hidden or burned or flushed down the toilet. I don't know what happened to
Okay,
them.
for the record, let me just say there's no evidence for widespread any of this.
Yeah, every
There's
governor
actually
has said
not
that.
evidence for like small scale this, but continue.
I'm saying if it happened,
Okay, yes.
that means that we should probably look at our governor, be like, hey, bro, I don't think you got all them votes that you got, my man.
Wait, what do you mean?
I think that the votes for your opponent were changed to your name, Abbott.
I'm confused. Do you feel like Abbott ran this particular?
He rigged his election.
Oh, you mean from years ago? You're not even talking about now.
I'm talking about now.
What? He didn't run this term.
Oh, yeah, he was 2 years from now, right?
Yeah.
Who was I? No, Cruz. No.
John Cornyn is here.
Cornyn. Yes, Cornyn.
I can't say anything because I'm terrible at names, but yeah, no.
MJ.
You think MJ won?
She won.
Okay, and that the election is rigged, and that somewhere in the, you know, rolling hillside or the...
They're in Lake Travis.
Huh?
That's where the ballots are at.
Oh, okay, they're in Lake Travis?
They dumped them
Oh, they dumped them.
with the sharks that live there.
I don't think there are any sharks in Lake Travis.
The gators.
What's a yater?
The gators.
Oh, gator. Okay. I mean, there might be gators there, but I don't think so.
We got gators in Austin.
Really?
Yeah, they found some out in Del Valley and Creedmoor. Like,
Yeah.
we're around where I used to live.
Really?
Yeah, they found like 2 little male gators. And then I think one was spotted close to downtown, but not like downtown.
Interesting. I mean, it was a matter of time.
How?
Because, I mean, they weren't indigenous to like Houston, but now they're there. And like, yeah, it was a matter of time.
Wow, climate change is real, y'all.
I don't actually think that was climate change. I think that's people change.
Oh, so you think the climate was like, yo, I need you to get these alligators and these crocodiles and bring them.
I don't think the climate did that. I think
You think the coyotes did it?
I don't. I think... I see what you did there. Immediately, I thought canine animals, but you're actually talking about...
The coyotes and the alligators are like, yo, Austin's looking pretty nice this time of year.
Smuggle me in.
I got you, bro.
Or never mind. I was about to say something racist. Decided not to. All right, here we go. Well, I decided not to.
Well, good job.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like if more people did that, we'd be in a better place.
Yeah, maggots. Can we call them maggots?
I don't think so.
But isn't that what they are?
MAGAs?
MAGAs?
Yeah.
MAGA men.
MAGA men?
MAGA men.
Magaman.
Magaman?
A Magaman.
The Magamans.
What was I gonna say? Okay, so they're protesting, and then Trump isn't conceding.
I'm not conceding. He won through a rigged election. That's the only way that he beat me, because he didn't actually beat me. I got the most votes of any president in history. Okay? It's undisputed.
But he didn't get the most votes.
I totally did. There were 5 million votes that didn't count because they were all legally cast through the mail, which is totally rigged.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Just no.
That's how that works, though, right?
That's not how that works.
If I mail in my ballot,
Yes.
it is illegal.
No. Nope. Just no.
I don't understand the logic to that.
That's because it's not logical.
Okay.
Exactly. Like, I mean, but at this point, we're at this point where Biden has won. Other countries have recognized Biden's win. The media has recognized Biden's win.
Let me stop you right there. When has the media ever recognized a presidential candidate winning an election?
Literally forever. Sorry. Literally since the inception of the country, except for Washington.
How's that?
Because he wasn't elected.
What do you mean he wasn't elected?
Nobody voted for Washington.
People voted for him.
No.
No one ran against him.
I don't think there was an election.
It was like
he was
everybody
appointed.
being like, I think it should be George.
Yeah.
And he was
Sorry,
like,
were
nah,
they drunk?
I'm good. Yeah. What's Philly?
George.
Yeah, so he was elected.
Okay, fine. But
I mean, sort of elected.
I feel like he was, yeah, okay. I guess to me, that's kind of an appointment, but whatever.
And then when it came for his second term.
No. George was a president for a long time. He gave up. He gave up his seat.
Well, he had 2 terms.
Yeah, but he could have had, there weren't terms when he started. He could have had as many terms as he wanted.
No.
He gave up his second term.
Right. But he had a first term.
Yeah.
After the 4 years were done.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, okay. Do you want to do this again? He was like, I guess.
Yeah.
Anybody want to run against me? And they're like, nah, you got it, big. And so he did it again.
Yeah.
And then after that, he was like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah, but that's what I mean by like, it was not necessarily the media that like announced him. I mean, I guess they were.
Of course they did.
Okay.
The newspapers were going around everywhere.
Yeah.
Paul Mooney was riding around on his horse.
Do you mean Revere?
Paul Revere was riding around on his horse.
What do you think Paul Mooney would be riding around saying?
They're coming to get me.
Oh man, you're not wrong.
He would probably have a few more N-words.
Oh, he definitely would. For sure, he would. Yeah. Okay. So to answer your question, basically since the inception of the country, the media has been announcing the president-elect.
There's been like so many historical things that have happened in the last 4 years, and I put that in quotations.
Yeah.
For the people who can't see, because if they're listening to this, that would be Jay. No one else listens to this podcast. Because Trump, every chance he gets, says, "Oh, this is the greatest thing in history. It's never happened before. It's unprecedented." But the one thing that is unprecedented
is his refusal to concede.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing about his like, I'm not leaving. Like him saying, I'm not leaving. It is not the first lie that he's told in this administration.
But is it a lie if he believes it?
Yes.
What if his perception
it's
of
so much
reality...
as maybe it's not a lie to him. One, I am not confident that he believes that. Two, it is a lie to the American people, even if he believes it.
But...
So let's...
No, go ahead.
No. Because I'm going to change the subject to something else. So, you know what I've been talking about, too. So, what were you going to say?
All I'm going to say is he has such a warped perception of reality, and a lot of his supporters do, too. So, this entire thing with the election is going to turn out to be like folks who prop up the Civil War. The Confederates.
You think they're going to throw up Trump statues in places just to like intimidate black people from voting in the future?
Black people will not have that. Black people will not have that. But
I personally will not have it.
No, like I'm not a violent person. But I might throw some hands. I might throw some hands.
No, I'll take out a statue in a minute. Like,
I see someone like, hey, what are you doing? Get out of here.
Like,
I've seen the way Proud Boys fight.
It's in Europe, and there's this town in Europe that got a lot of publicity because this guy who basically like founded the town, but also like ran the slave trade in that town. They took out his statue. I can't wait to take out a Trump statue. Like an old school way, right? Where just like a whole bunch of people like overwhelm it with their weight. Like that's how I'm trying to take out Trump statue.
While WAP is playing in the background.
Please no.
Why? What ass?
I would definitely not like to conduct my civil disobedience with WAP in the background.
But this is how wild this thing is to me.
Okay.
So Civil War.
Yeah.
Southern heritage, states' rights.
No.
All the people who believe in that stuff and who prop up their ancestors who fought on the side of the Confederacy.
Mm-hmm. The losing slavery side?
Yes.
Okay.
Losers.
All right.
The way that they remember the Civil War is exactly the way that the people of today, the MAGA men, the magamans, are going to remember this moment. And they will never let it go. This is why I keep telling people, you cannot reform these Trump supporters. You can't do it because this is their reality. And it's their cult leader that has instilled this whatever it is in them.
It's an indoctrination.
Yeah. It's Donald Trump Jones.
I disagree because I think there's a lot of evidence of people in cults who have been reformed. People who like once they get out of their indoctrination, once like they're not being fed over and over and over the same nonsense, they do start to see the light of rationality. And I think like once this starts to move forward and Trump is out of office and things like that, I think a lot of people will start to see how irrational some of his claims have been. Now, do I think everyone's going to see that? No. Do I think there are people who are going to like swear to Saint Trump for like, like their lives and think that they're on the right side of history and the right side of, I do think that those people will exist. But I ultimately think that there are also going to be a lot of people, and I think there were a lot of people in this go round who really regret their support of Trump, who regret their support of white supremacy, and who like look to get their swastikas, tattooed over and all that kind of thing.
But do you think that thought process is gone, or you think they're just like, okay, well, once Trump's out of office, I just got to chill and wait for the right moment? Because he's not going away. Trumpism is not going away. This is something that's going to be around for generations. The way that conservatives remember Ronald Reagan is going to be the way that they remember Trump.
That's interesting because I've always been a little like interested in why people hated Reagan so much. and now I kind of get it. like this has put into the light like how why Huey was like Ronald Reagan is the devil. I was like, that seems kind of harsh, and now I'm like, I could get how somebody would like think that based on. So anywho, I'm probably off task from what you were actually asking me. I don't know that I go that far, but maybe, and we'll see. I mean, we'll see in the years to come. It'll be a thing. That said, can I change? Go
ahead.
Kenneth Copeland.
Ha 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 ha! Joe Biden says he's president. Ha ha! The media says he's president. Ha 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 ha!
That was so deranged.
It was a little deranged. Okay, but deranged. all in all, yes, that on its face was deranged. But in the background, not even the background, the thing that just like coronavirus, man. No one of these people, they're all sitting next to each other. None of these people wearing masks, and you have them laughing, and not even like rational, like that's funny laughs. Like you have them laughing over something that's kind of stupid, and you have them like over exaggerating their laughter. Are we trying to spread COVID? Like what is happening here?
But look, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah,
he behind the pulpit.
Yeah,
you see anybody next to him? He ain't worried about Nathan.
No.
Meanwhile,
all the people in the crowd laughing at each other, laughing in each other's faces,
breathing on each other.
Exactly.
That's how. Rudy Giuliani did he have it?
Coronavirus? I don't remember. Your boy did though.
Which one?
You know which one?
Ben Carson.
Yeah.
Marlon, I would like to explain to you that I am a medical professional, and coronavirus, it doesn't matter if you wear a mask or not, it just kind of chooses you. It's kind of like when you go to the prom and you're standing against a wall, you may or may not get chosen. And I have to tell you that coronavirus did choose me.
So Ben.
What was even the point?
So Ben, are you saying the White House was a prom?
Marlon, it was the most wonderful prom.
So in so much as often people leave their proms and copulate, are you saying that you had a good time with coronavirus?
Okay, Marlon, I know Candy is listening, my wife.
Oh.
And I don't want her to get confused like she did before. I was not copulating with
coronavirus,
anyone at all except for Candy, my wonderful, sweet wife, who I blamed for buying furniture with White House money.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that happening.
She didn't do it, but she may have.
What?
But she chose me just like coronavirus did.
Oh.
I have gifted hands.
As a medical professional or former medical professional, would you encourage the use of masks now?
So Marlon, as a medical professional, if you had coronavirus before, you are immune to it now. Just like my good friend Dr. Rand Paul was saying, who is also a very brilliant doctor, not in medical field, but in some other field. The two of us, we specialize in things that begin with doctor. So masks are, if you want to wear them, you can wear them, even though you look silly like Joe Biden, who did not win the election. But I will not wear a mask anymore.
Okay. First of all, that's not true. Second of all, now that Joe Biden has won the election, do you see him keeping you on as HUD supervisor?
Marlon, it doesn't matter because Joe Biden, he faked the election.
How?
Because he is a cheater. I have gifted hands.
Thank you, Ben Carson. Thank you for being here.
You're very welcome, Marlon. I will see you next week on our regularly scheduled appointment. Again, I have gifted hands.
Also, how was your flight?
My flight was wonderful. I went to the place that I went, and I came back, and I had everything. My luggage.
Okay. For the record, it's just not true that like once you get coronavirus, you're immune. At least it's not true for everybody. And
Why would Dr. Rand Paul say that?
Rand Paul, did he say that?
He did.
Oh.
He said
Because traditionally with other illnesses, that is true. Like once you you usually don't get chickenpox twice, although you can get shingles later, which is essentially the same virus. But you usually don't get viruses twice, which is why vaccines are so helpful because they give you the immune response, the correct immune response to like help save your life, and then you don't get that particular thing again, or you get it to a less degree. But with this, we don't know how long these antibodies last. Right now, our evidence is they last for like months, but we don't know if it's going to last longer than that, or if it's going to be helpful in fending off, any kind of mutations in the future. So we just don't know. It's super new.
But we do know that people who have gotten coronavirus have gotten it again.
Yeah, there are some people, and don't get me wrong, it's rare. But yeah, there are definitely some documented cases of people getting coronavirus more than once.
So herd immunity is the way to go, is what you're saying.
So what do you think I'm saying in that? Do you think I'm saying everybody should go and try and get it? No, I'm not saying that. Do I think that like once we achieve herd immunity with vaccines and with like over time, will we be in a better place? Sure. But I'm not saying that we should like use herd immunity as a strategy in so much as everybody should go out and get it so that they can then be immune. I don't think that is good. And it would result in the loss of millions of lives.
So, hold on now. I have to correct you there.
Do you?
There was the projected number of 2.2 million Americans that were going to die from American virus.
Okay.
Did I say American? Hey, might as well be.
So is that materialism and racism? Is that what they're dying of?
American virus.
American virus. All right. What were you saying now?
Oh no.
You were saying there was a projected number of 2.2 million that would die in America
right.
of the coronavirus.
Right. If Trump didn't put the travel ban against China.
Oh gosh. Okay.
2.2 million. Dr. Fauci said he did the right thing.
Sure.
And Dr. Fauci has not always been right about everything, but he was right about all the things that
one place that
Trump
he supports Trump
did. Yeah.
Okay.
We have vaccines now. A vaccine.
Technically, we were very close to 2.
Yeah.
But
Pfizer.
And
who's the other one?
It's probably Moderna.
Okay, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, it's fine. They haven't done a huge formal announcement yet.
It's probably a good thing.
But question: are you gonna take this vaccine immediately?
I'm black. Okay. We have a well documented history of vaccines not really being the best things for us.
So I think I know what you're referring to, which they were actually not given the treatment. So there's that. But this would not be a test.
Yeah.
This would be like, hey, here's the vaccine. It's available to you. Do you take it?
Honestly, going off of history, and when I say history, I mean like when H1N1 was a thing. No.
But the H1N1 vaccine wasn't.
There were at least three before they got one that was like, okay, we don't have any severe side effects.
Okay.
This is, this percentage effective against H1N1. And normally the first round of vaccines it's just like the first round of consoles that come out any generation. Okay. They're going to have bugs with them. They're going to have all these issues.
See, that's interesting because I likened it to iPhones. I'm like, I'm not getting an iPhone right away. Like, I'm gonna let some of the bugs be worked out. I'm gonna let some of the whatever. And then, if other people get it and they appear to be okay, they don't have coronavirus. Because here's the thing. The AstraZeneca trial was suspended. Not only AstraZeneca, but there's another one. But it was suspended because one of the people testing the trial had a mental health, a psychotic break, something very intense. And I'm like, would I rather risk that or stay in my house a little longer? It's like, I think I'll stay home. Honestly. Now, I don't know about Pfizer or anything like that, but I don't know the answer to it. Am I going to be able to choose hey, I don't want the AstraZeneca one. I want the Pfizer one. Am I going to what choices do I have around here? And so I'm all about waiting a little bit before I update my immune system, if you will.
Yeah. Let's let a couple other people test that out first.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll stay in the house.
I'll stay in the house.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Hey, well, Mans wasn't too far off when he said, hey, we got a vaccine coming. It's coming very soon. You just wait.
He did say that, but he had, for him to claim Pfizer is disingenuous.
How so?
Because Pfizer wanted nothing to do with the government, with the Trump administration. They didn't take money from them in their trials or anything like that because they didn't want to be associated with them. And so now that Pfizer looks like it's the closest to being done, the Trump administration is like, oh yeah, we have a vaccine. It's like, no, Pfizer. Pfizer has a vaccine. You have paid other people who aren't ready yet.
So how do the people know and understand that?
No, they don't.
But how would they? How can we inform them and let them know, hey, Daddy Trump is not responsible for this?
I mean, I just told them.
Oh, wow. Maybe people should listen to our podcast.
We alone have the truth about the American virus.
What would the American virus look like? Is
I
that
told you,
with
it was
that
materialism and racism.
No, but I mean, when it's in your system, is it the flag or is it?
Nah, it's $1. It's just your veins just look like the design on the outside of the dollar.
George Washington? If only he would have known.
Yeah, and it'll be there for 8 years, and then it'll be okay, I'm done, and it'll go away.
Wow. Do you think if he would have been able to get a glimpse of the future and how his face would be the face of the American virus, he would have been like, no, I'm good. I don't want to be the president. No, not me.
I think he would have been upset much earlier. When black people could hold money, that's when he that's when he would have been not your property, you're mine.
George Washington got rid of his slaves.
That don't mean he didn't own them, and that don't mean he was an abolitionist.
He let them go.
Yeah, that's not the same.
I don't know where they went.
Didn't he write in his will, let him go, and then his people
let my Negroes go.
They were just we'll hang on to him for a little bit longer.
Let my Negroes go.
That's a Negro spiritual for your ass right there.
Written by George Washington. Y'all know about that. I told you. We and we alone have the truth.
coronavirus is real, y'all.
It really is.
So before,
and I think the thing is,
yes.
Sorry, before we. I think it is growing. Like the fact that it's growing in rural areas now.
Yeah.
Do you think that if this had happened before, like in this, like to this extent, before the election, it would have changed people's mind and been different?
No.
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 Okay. Why not? You don't think people would be like, okay, it's that? Because I think the idea. I think there are a lot of people in rural areas who are like, I've never met anybody with coronavirus. I've never seen anybody with coronavirus. Mm-hmm. They're just talking about it in these cities and they're making it up. And they just believe that. And now that like they're seeing people with coronavirus and they know people who have died, you don't think that would be like, okay, wait. No, you don't think they would reevaluate that? No? Okay.
No, dear leader got over it. It's like the flu. They make up those numbers, Marlon. What are we at now? What's the death toll?
Like 230,000, something like that.
Something like that. What do you think it's going to be at by the time homeboy gets dragged out of office?
I don't know. Something that it shouldn't.
Oh, while we're on getting dragged out of the office, do you think that January 20th, because he said today, and that's a long way away from now, but it's not too long away. He said, I concede nothing. He tweeted that out this morning.
Yeah.
His people that are his ride or dies.
They have yet to share information with Biden.
But no.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the people in power. I'm talking about people on the street.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, those people. The Malorganites. The Mongolians.
Magolians.
The Magnolias.
Magnolias. That actually kind of fits.
It actually sounds kind of cool too.
Magnolias?
Yeah. Like, yo, we the Magnolias. What up?
Would they use gang signs?
Of course they would. But not like cool gang signs.
Like salutes and...
Yeah.
All right, continue.
I'm trying to pick...
just take other signs.
Yeah, there you go. And be like, we're the Magnolians.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a tattoo of Pepe. And
so when they salute each other, you see that Pepe.
Yeah,
hey,
that's how you know.
Man, we should start a MAGA gang.
No.
Well, right, because he's getting kicked out of office, so we can't profit off it now.
No, we should have started it years ago.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with him, January 20th, do you think that his people on the ground are going to stand in the way of democracy forcefully?
No. I think at most, and this is why I'm not super upset at them for believing what they believe, because they've been told what they're told. Because when Trump won, there were like the largest rallies, right? There were like the largest like women's rally and all that kind of stuff happened, and they were like huge.
Yeah.
And so I think they're going to be upset in the same way, where it's like, no, this can't happen. In fact, after Trump won, a lot of people went marching and things like that. Like, no, this can't happen. This isn't real. And I think like that's the same process that they're going through right now, except they're being like essentially bolstered by Trump saying he's not leaving.
Okay. So where I differ in that is the folks who are marching and protesting now are saying that this was a rigged election and that they support the current president.
Sure.
In all of his lies and falsehoods. And then when we had the women's marches and all that other kind of stuff going on, it was, hey, we're marching because we know that this administration is going to violate our rights. We know that there's a big possibility that Supreme Court justices will be appointed who will strike down Roe v. Wade, will strike down any of the other things that have happened for marriage equality and Obamacare. Like that's
DACA.
And another big difference is folks who were protesting then, they're like, hey, He won the Electoral College. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what it is. Yeah. But he did not win the popular vote. Mm-hmm. This one, they're like, no, he won everything. When he lost both.
He did.
Decidedly.
He lost both. And, where I think, earlier when I was like, do you think if they, like, now that they're seeing coronavirus, would they change their mind? And you're like, no. Mm. I think where I agree with you in that sentiment is after these recounts, after, like, the investigations, after the lawsuits, when he still loses, they're still going to be like, no, it's rigged. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to change their mind. Which is the reason why I think it's a waste of time. Mm-hmm. Like, if, I think the only good that could come out of it is if people were going to accept, like, okay, we recounted, he still lost, okay. But I just don't think that like, really characterizes how people are going to respond.
Well, he's been setting us up for years now.
Oh, yeah, because after he won the first time, he tried to say that there were, 3 to 5 million?
3 million. The number that he lost popular votes by
were all
illegal.
Illegal, yeah.
Mexicans came in and they voted for Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
It's like, that's not how that works.
No. And it's interesting because at this point, he's like changed the story, right? Mm-hmm. Because he can't say, like, it's all illegal votes because he would have let them in. Because there were more votes against him this time than there were. And so if they're all, like, illegal, where'd they come from? Whose administration did they come in under? Right? Yeah, so he can't say that.
I stopped the caravans. I locked up all the children in the cages. Obama built. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Obama and Joe.
He can't use that. And so now he's like, but mail-in ballots are a sick joke. They're a farce. They're fake.
So radical left. Mm-hmm. The radical left did that.
Yeah, but here's the thing about the radical left. Mm-hmm. As much as there's a radical left, every one radical left person gets one vote. And so you lost.
Dead people voted. Okay. Didn't. Dogs voted. My cats probably voted.
Oh yeah. I saw Binks's ballot.
Look at him pretending like he's asleep.
I saw Binks's ballot.
You're not asleep, buddy. I see you.
And he just wow. just signed it and sent it off. I saw it. That's how Trump lost.
Oh my gosh. This is a wild time that we're living in.
Bro. And I needed to get less wild, honestly.
Right? So if there's ever been a moment in our lifetimes that felt like, hey, this is how the American empire falls. This is it.
You're not wrong.
This is it. Coronavirus, Civil War, a coup. Like
the coup. Yeah.
The 3 triple C's.
So, question. And this is like a personal question, like to you. Mm-hmm. If January 20th comes around, Trump supporters like raise up and they're like, I'm not leaving the White House. Trump says, I'm not leaving the White House. Mm-hmm. Do you take up arms to go defend democracy in the country?
Do I take up arms to go defend the democracy in the country?
Yeah.
Do
you fight back?
Do you think I care about this country that much?
Okay. All right.
Chickens come home to roost. My ancestors probably like, hey, don't get involved in that. That's white people business. It's gonna be white blood all in the streets. The black folks gonna be at home chilling.
Are we? You don't think that somehow like?
You know what? You're right. There's gonna be all these calls of, oh well, the what are they called? The margarines are out in the street again.
Margarines?
Black people, we need y'all to save us again. One more time. Black women, get out there and protect us.
What is a margarine?
The MAGA
oh, that was okay. I see. Oh man, that took me. I should have gotten that. I'm very sorry. Okay. We still trying to settle on a name. I see. Okay, margarines. All right. So you think it'll be up to black people to like?
It's always up to black people.
Kind of is. Shout out to Detroit and Pennsylvania for getting us this election. Interesting, but I kind of think like, I don't know, like if there aren't enough people to fight against the margarines, if you will, slavery coming back, like slavery is on the next ballot, and what's the name? What am I trying to say? Voter intimidation is not. There will be no. There will be no Voting Rights Act of 1965, 8 or 9 anymore.
I feel like this shit is coming, man.
I don't.
I am a pessimist and a cynic, and my thought process is kind of in line with Huey Freeman.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
I don't. My hope is that everything will happen as it should in a peaceful manner.
But it's already not happening as it should.
Right.
So I get where you can feel pessimistic and feel like, yeah, that makes sense that you'd be pessimistic. I don't know that I feel pessimistic. I do think that it's going to happen the way it should, but I also think like at some point, man, maybe I do get out of the house if because, wow.
You want to borrow my machete?
Do you have a machete?
Of course I do. Why wouldn't I?
For what?
That's how the Haitians got their freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to go into any detail. You can look that one up.
It's also never mind. It gives me thoughts of Hotel Rwanda, and it's just not.
Oh, this is different.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want white people in Rwanda.
You're not wrong. They were, but they were at the hotel. Anyway,
and I want everybody to understand, every time we talk about white people, we're talking about like
not all whites.
Hashtag not all whites.
Not all whites.
A lot of y'all are cool. Some of y'all aren't. And we're talking about the Karens. We're talking about the Kevins. We're talking about the Chads, the Kyles, the Ethels.
What's wrong with Ethel?
Is it Ethel? Who's the old one? There's an old one.
I don't know, but why was it what? Ethel? Beatrice? Mildred?
I don't know. Mildred. Agnes.
I really hope nobody's naming their kids these names anymore.
The thing is, I think I've stopped. I haven't really. But like to an extent, I feel like I could stop giving that particular disclaimer. And the reason is because honestly, the white people who like take offense to that, like it's kind of like if somebody like, I don't know, if somebody talked about like, no, that would make you racist. I'm not.
Do men.
That's very true. That's very true. Okay. Yeah, that was good. Okay.
Yeah.
If somebody talks about men and talks about like men being, abusive, men being blah, 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 like I don't particularly take offense to that. One, because I understand history. And throughout history, men have been abusive. And if I look at the numbers now, men are still abusive.
Yeah.
So if you say like, I'm afraid of men, I'm like, yeah, that's probably a thing that you should do to stay safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably, like, when you say like, oh, I don't run at night because men, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Now, am I a man? Yes. Do I go out at night? Yeah. Do I assault women? No. And so when you say you don't run at night because of men, do I feel offended by that? No, not even a little bit.
Yeah.
In fact, I pretty much support that. Like, hey, yeah, no, you should probably stay inside.
Yeah.
And so I kind of feel that way about white people. It's like, if you think this is about you, maybe it is. And maybe you should be offended by it. But also, like, I'm not sure you have to identify, like, as, like, white, right? Like you can have a culture.
Oh, you're talking about like Rachel Dolezal
No.
or B-Rad from Malibu.
No.
They don't identify as white.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying at all.
My bad.
I'm just saying, like, you're probably, European or Irish, or like there are things that like make you not just like blanket white.
But American white.
I don't know what that is.
It's like American cheese, man. It's everywhere and everybody loves it.
So it's like straight oil and not very tasty and really could be retired, and you could just ask for cheddar.
Do you know how a part of the culture American cheese is?
Yeah.
I was going to say white cheese.
It's not our best parts of the culture, though.
What do you eat on the 4th of July, man?
What do I eat on the 4th of July?
Yeah.
I mean...
How do you celebrate freedom?
If life is going well, ribs.
What kind of cheese do you put on your burgers?
I thought you were about to say, what kind of cheese do you put on your ribs? And I was about to walk out of here immediately.
No, sir.
What kind of cheese do I put on my...
That's not American.
Cheddar? Pepper jack?
That's a good cheese.
Yeah. Cheese is good, man.
Me running around here with some American cheese, like with the little plastic on little plastic on it. And then if it's too hot, it don't even come off the plastic the right way. Like,
I don't know.
We can do better.
For some reason, I kind of want to take American cheese and take it out the wrapper and just start throwing it.
There was a meme about that. I mean, there was a thing about that.
I've thrown it on my cats and they don't know what to do. They're like, oh, they just stop. And it's funny to me. And I want to see if people do that.
I think I would
cheese attack.
I think I would throw it back at you.
Really?
Yes.
Cheese is going to break apart if you try to throw it back.
You're not right, because it's terrible. That's another thing that's wrong with American cheese.
Not all cheese.
American cheese.
And American viruses.
Oh gosh. That's probably where American virus comes from. American cheese.
It's the cholesterol. Well, I had a good time.
Yeah.
Today.
Me too.
Talking about stuff.
Yeah. And,
yeah.
Things.
Yeah. So hopefully
all right,
we'll have less to talk about next week.
What do you think? Last question.
Yes.
When do you think he will actually concede?
That's a good question. The only way I see him conceding is one of two scenarios.
Okay.
He is forcibly removed from the White House.
Okay. Would that be embarrassing as a country?
The last 4 years have been embarrassing. This is going to be another unprecedented historical moment that will further be a detriment to his legacy. Joe Biden said that recently. And I've said many times before, all Trump had to do was shut the hell up. And his presidency would not have been that bad. The economy was doing well. African American unemployment, all the talking points that they put out there, that's the stuff that would have been remembered.
I would like to I would just like to say that that's still not true. No matter how many times he says it, that's still not true. Okay, continue.
So either being forcibly removed or somebody convinces him that either someone convinces him or there's some deal made that once he's out of office, he will not be held accountable for any of the things that he's done.
Interesting.
And he will accept that and then run again in 2024.
Really?
And he probably will have a good chance of winning re-election.
Wow. Wow, that is scary. And we will let you know if any of that happens. Next time.
On Black Apple Pie.
Actually, next time will only be a week, so we won't really know. But
we won't.
We won't know.
But we'll be here.
Yeah.
Wow, can you imagine that? If we're doing this podcast during the Civil War.
Wait, what? No, whoa, what? Hopefully there's no Civil War.
Yes. Civil War Part 2.
The only Civil War that, oh my gosh, Part 2. The only Civil War I want anything to do with is the introduction of Black Panther in the Marvel movie. That movie was absolutely flawless until the end.
What are you talking about?
Civil War, Captain America.
Like it was flawless from start to finish, or something happened at the end?
Oh, something happened at the end.
What happened at the end?
Okay.
The fight between Iron Man and Captain America and
Bucky?
Yeah.
What was wrong with that?
it's just weird. And it was 2 against 1. And it was just like, I don't know.
What do you mean?
Sorry, what?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That was good.
Yeah.
What?
Meh.
Because it was 2 against 1?
Eh.
It was friends versus friends. Friends who weren't friends anymore. The Avengers were disassembled from that point forward until Thanos came.
Yeah, I am not unclear about the plot line.
He said, "You were my friend." Mm-hmm. Or no, he said, Captain America said about Bucky. It's like, he's my friend. And Iron Man was like, I was too. Or so was I, or something. And then they fought. And he blew off Bucky's arm. And then Captain America almost killed him. But he was like, nah, I'm a real.
Okay, you explaining this to me, I wasn't confused. Like, I did not like it because I didn't understand it. I just didn't like it.
See? You're just like some Trump supporters, man. You ain't never letting it go. How long ago did that movie come out?
I am not... That... Hold on.
See?
No,
See?
no,
See?
no.
See?
No, you're not
It's
about
him.
to do this.
It's true.
You're not about to do this. You're
It's
not
true.
about to equate my
A
dislike...
Marvel movie hasn't come out
you are
in
not about
months.
to equate my dislike of the end of Civil War with trying to undermine democracy. Like, those are not the
And
same
he
things.
still doesn't get it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
MAGA
You're not
Marlon.
about to- No, you
Hashtag MAGA Marlon.
take that back. This is why I'm not on the social media right now. This right here is why I'm not on social media. Because the nonsense.
Oh, you all about that nonsense, all right.
Oh, you about the nonsense.
Civil War was flawless until Captain America and Iron Man. MAGA Marlon.
You know what?
Colluded with a foreign agent.
Russia.
No, okay. I got you. What's wrong with the end of Civil War? All that happened was people didn't kill people because there's no law and order, and so they just allowed them to live. When if they had made real sacrifices, this country would be in a better place. And that's why I'm not conceding that the end of Civil War wasn't that good. I'll never concede. I'm not conceding anything. MAGA Gerard.
No, that's
It lacks the alliteration. I get it, but
no, that's you. You're MAGA Marlon.
no, you're MAGA Gerard.
I'm gonna get you a MAGA hat.
You're not. Why? Why would you spend money on that?
Why not?
I can think of like how much is a MAGA hat?
I don't know.
Well, pick a number.
What are the numbers that? $7.50.
I can think of $7.50 why you should not spend.
I was like, what numbers does Trump like?
I mean,
$7.50?
I can think of 750 reasons why.
Look, you know why? It's really because I'm looking out for you.
You're not looking out for me.
Because if you're ever going through any of those counties or those areas,
Bro, you're not wrong.
pull that mug out. How y'all doing?
Bro,
I'm
you're
just
not
trying
wrong.
to find my... Oh, okay, you're in a sundown town, but we see you're good people.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and go.
Bro, you're not wrong. I do live in Texas. You're not wrong.
They need to bring the Green Book back.
Yeah. And I may not even live in Texas that long. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right.
All right, get ready to fight for your rights. We'll see you.
Get ready to fight for your rights. And it might actually be a real fight, right? Like, not even like just marching down the street getting sprayed with water hoses and dogs.
Yeah, it'll be a Captain America versus Iron Man fight.
Grandpa, were you sprayed with water hoses? Did you have dogs sicked on you? Rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
Rest in peace.
What is rest in peace, Alex Trebek?
R.I.P. Good night. I don't know. Get out of my house.
I was leaving anyway.